The Special Ops final episode begins at the Barcelona airport. The CIA private jet touched down and Cruz is currently on his way to Mallorca. Joe equips her with 2 emergency wristbands as she braces for the mission at hand. Cruz will be unable to communicate with Joe and the QRF crew since Amrohi's bodyguards will be utilizing signal jammers at the wedding. Cruz may use the wristbands to send a distress signal to them anytime she needs to be rescued. Kyle will follow Cruz until she is picked up at the airport by Amrohi's security detail.
This is a follow the prize when the prize moves.
And all the fucking control, and you kept
Work it out how she works it out.
President is in Paris. As we speak,
Decision is to launch a strike from the Roosevelt, then yes.
is questioning the value of the target. Because he moves 8 million.
Filling people with the profits.
I'm saying,
Don't go far.
Hello.
Some travel to...
About what?
Pa's not trailing, is he? No. He's...
Cruz snuck onto a flight to Mallorca, where she was picked up by the bodyguard now known as Tons of Fun, after binging 8 hours of film of the terrorism financed by oil tycoon Asmar Amrohi aka Aaliyah's father. Cruz was brought to a meeting with Ehsan, who was intrigued as to why there had been so many reported tears during her and his fiancée's night of shopping in New York.
order a missile strike on this location.
She enacts a beacon. She moves
He's killing this fucking guy.
to strike with the Roosevelt. If we...
You don't know her, therefore you can't cry for her. She has never met you. So, what's the deal with the tears? He inquired. Cruz said that Aaliyah was concerned about the changes in her life, but Ehsan called her out on her falsehoods before smacking her across the face. Ehsan vowed that after the wedding, there would be no more of you, and that if Cruz overheard this talk, he would be thrown into the effing sea. If you do, bring tons of fun, Cruz said, because I could clean the floor with your bony ass. Ehsan informed Tons of Fun in Arabic that Cruz is welcome to remain, lest an irritated Aaliyah lock her legs on their wedding night. I bet she spends it with her legs closed anyhow. Cruz spoke in Arabic, piqued Ehsan's interest in the fire with this one. Joe, Caitlin, and the QRF squad boarded a boat laden with armaments and led by Tucker. They approached the wedding location and realized that they, too, were being observed. They then parked and awaited word on whether Cruz had reached her goal and required a shoreline exfil. Meanwhile, in Washington, Westfield tried everything he could to discourage Secretary of State Morgan Freeman, NSA advisor Bruce McGill, and Chief of Staff Jennifer Ely from scrapping the plan and pulling the Lioness, in order to keep the devil we know alive, avoid volatility in the oil market, and so on.
It's her only way down on this side.
Those are some...
If we can make it a short swim, I'll do it.
Cruz ran into Aaliyah and the extremely cold mother of the bride. When Cruz mentioned Aaliyah's father being present, the bride-to-be grinned, saying that danger is all around him and adding that even the American bosses of Chevron and Exxon had armed guards and bulletproof automobiles. Ehsan knows about us, Aaliyah added, adding that she has probably seen the last of New York, and that soon all she will know about love will be what I recall. And she hoped you'd remember her someday. Cruz said, "You're going to be difficult to forget."
Doesn't know, but... someday. You know love until you have a child. I hope I love my children. Come on.
He's up that ridge and head up front. Fast. We need to move fast.
He's here. We're not saying things.
You must shut this down.
He's down that hall and downstairs. If you get hungry, I was late. That's it.
Yeah, because you're not leaving.
I'll see you in the morning.
She's in a house with 30 guests and about... How am I supposed to get her out?
No.
Give it to me.
Ain't this job the fucking best?
Later that evening, Aaliyah crept into Cruz's room and bed, and the two began to canoodle, but Cruz cut the hookup short. Cruz then went outside to breathe some fresh air before going to the kitchen to fetch some water.
You don't know me. You're kind. Oh, yeah?
Don't ask me that.
Tell me that you don't.
I can't fucking do...
He wants vodka.
Her late-night refrigerator raid was cut short by Aaliyah's father had gone down alone, unguarded, to take a bite of the greatest gelato outside of Italy from the freezer. But just as he and Cruz were bonding, Ehsan burst into the kitchen, having discovered through a thorough online picture search that Aaliyah's new bestie is, as he exclaimed, a United States effing Marine. Cruz moved quickly and accurately, hitting Ehsan in the face and then snatching a knife to stab him repeatedly. Asmar charged at Cruz with a frying pan, but she knifed him repeatedly. She cut Asmar's throat as a final straw, before pinching her necklace to alert the QRF crew and dashing outdoors in her pajamas to the exfil location. Gunplay ensued as a wave of guards pursued Joe and the squad as they swam toward the coast. The QRF squad arrived just in time to save Cruz and then took out guard after guard with Tucker atop the boat acting as a sniper.
Yep.
What do you know? Son, are we Geronimo?
I don't know.
What the fuck is going on?
In the same. Move.
Cruz's first item of business upon arriving aboard the boat was to slug Joe. Inside, Caitlin questioned Cruz about whether she had struck the target. Cruz grumbled the news, which Caitlin passed to Westfield, and so to the others who had assembled in Washington, D.C. The Chief of Staff congratulated the Deputy Director. "You've put back Middle Eastern relations by 40 years. Westfield told the Secretary of State, "Don't give me shiznit because we did our effing job." Back on the boat, Joe summoned Cruz outdoors, where her Lioness delivered another punch. Joe pushed Cruz against a railing, threatening her with, "We're gonna figure this out until the sun comes up." "Look at what you've done to me," Cruz snarled, someone who just took out an elderly guy in his underpants. Joe said, "What you did was eliminate one of the worst perpetrators of violence in the last 20 years. Says effing history and you simply altered it." Nonetheless, before resigning, Cruz stated, "I'm not like you. I'm finished with this, and I'm done with you." Perhaps he is what you stated. But she wasn't, Cruz said as he walked away. And if Aaliyah has children who learn about what happened that night, all we've done is created the next generation of terrorists.